morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beta Plan, playing Crusader Kings 2, our Tenacious tribal campaign. Yes, we have left off with having too many sons, and we want to land them. And Azov, where the supply limits are good, at least in their Bulgar region. Is that also here? Yeah, I have no idea why, because they are simply pagan. They're not reformed. I do not know why a supply limit is good there, but in principle it is good, so we could attack it. Unfortunately, the emphasis here must lie on could, because we don't have the piety for holy warfare. We can only conquest, but Bulgar, the Duchy of Bulgar has 3 pieces of land. If we own 3 of them, we could usurp it. No, usurp it, create it even, because he has only Alania only, which actually lies here and has now been taken over by the Byzantine Empire, and he has Azov, so we could definitely get that. Another idea would be to wait until our truce with Gaelic is over, and we could form that piece of land, but that is waiting. And we are getting quite up there in age, and we are even stressed even. Yes, we are strong, but we are stressed. It's dangerous. You could also say, save the holy site of Poland. After all, this is a holy site for the Slavic faith. And Poland has gone Orthodox. True, but the current era is against Slavic, so I kind of want to wait for a moment and see if that doesn't flip back. I hope so, but I cannot be sure. Another possible target would be this man. We could holy war for him, conquest for peace. However, he is an ally. It's some weird of half-brothers, Slavic brothers-in-law. Yeah, his half-brother is somewhere part of our family. So, and we could also finish this little piece of land. Very nice, but we only have 1.7 here. I think what I'm going to do is split my armies in 2. We're going to conquer both Azov, and we're going to conquer both these. Then we will not have too much trouble with the supply limit. We're going to stand right on top of his arse. He doesn't have too many troops, but I just hope he doesn't call in all his allies, because he has enough to be annoying. Let's put it that way. But without any further ado, let's do this. Alright, so we're going to declare war upon you. We're going to do the conquest of Podlasie. Thank you very much. And we're going to declare on your vassal lord. And we are going to complete the puzzle by doing Kwazan. Thank you so much. We are going to raise the troops. And we are going to send... these men to here. That's a little bit more than the supply limit house, but we might need the extra for battle. And we are going to raise the rest to the north. And we'll wait for a moment with calling in our vassals, perhaps. Because we are on a tribal system, again. A proper tribal system, so we have to call in our tribal vassals. Then again, if we do that, they might suffer the attrition. You know what? Let's do that. We're going to call in our tribals. Subjects. And with that, we are starting the game. Oh, one vassal actually refused. That is interesting. That doesn't happen too often. And a little save at the 12th of December. That's an odd time to save. I don't know why I did that. Oh well. Oh look, now this is a proper tribal empire. Look at all these men answering their call and all those little different flags racing about. Trying to get towards the position that they ought to be in. And this is why I called him in. Because if he called in his allies, then we would indeed have somewhat of an opposition that was worthy of mentioning. Did my army of 2,000, my own troops, go in the wrong direction? Did that indeed happen? Because that would be bad. No, it's not. They're just by accident in the same location. By accident, by chance. Should say, not by accident. The rule I sent them there and I don't make any mistakes. There is the other problem. Yep, the Khan of Kumania is coming to the aid of. We'll increase the tempo a little bit. We'd like for you guys to arrive right about now. Alrighty then. Smack that army. Oh, what happened? King Volodar died of severe stress. And his son has been given his lands? But who has received the high chiefdom? I have, as well as the kingdom. I see. That is interesting, because now... Hold on. I have laid my son to rest, which probably means that the concubine will soon get pregnant again, because I have less than 10 children. But if that is happening... I wonder... I could give my youngest son Russ. Then the problem will be over. I'm gonna do that. I have no idea how this boy is going to turn out. If he's worth any salt. But we're going to try it. We're going to give him that. He's the youngest son, my youngest son. I love him dearly. I grant him Rostov. And I grant you the kingdom of Rus. Thank you so much. You're now a king, my little 0-year-old. Now that's the question, is what does he get? He doesn't get a kingdom anymore. That is interesting. And he gets the kingdom of Wallachia. That is actually a very nice turn of events. I like that. The inheritance is now pretty proper. With no odd corners being given away to other people. And what I mean by that is that there's a little corner here in Lithuania going to Wallachia and a little part of Wallachia going to Volga, Bulgaria, and I don't know what. No, my youngest son has been given Rus, and thereby this boy only inherits another duchy, and he inherits the kingdom of Wallachia, which is what he's part of. Does he also inherit another kingdom? Nope, he doesn't. This looks wonderful. Don't get any more children, don't get any more sons, and we are fine. Excellent. Oh dear. Well, the theologians have filled. That's not a first. That can happen quite a bit, I must say, actually. I'm trying to limit the amount of attrition we have. We only need 700 men here, so let's indeed get out. Hopefully before the attrition tick hits in. Oh, this is always nail-biting. Nerve-wracking. Okay, we stand you down. Oh. The men of Rus are of course now also considered mine for a short moment. Do I all pay them all? I probably do. I don't really want that. Let me put all those troops down. We have no longer need of your services. Thank you so much. We have enough men here that we can easily siege it down. And Lithuania doesn't dare to move in. Oh. Oh, that's not our war. Well, I will take the diplomacy after all. This is my daughter, and how lovely my daughter may be, she will not be on the throne. So, we'll take the diplomacy, but she will take the kind trade. And it will only bring more of, how shall we say, more glory to the stories that will be told generations further down the line about the great emperor that was Veslav, the Sword of Zwarog. Well, we have started at least sieging also in the north, so actually this war is finally actually kicking off in proper form. Azov has gathered at least 2,000 men. Well, let's first focus on at least getting the war target. The war goal. That was 2 words I should not have combined. I still think I have some troops of the Kingdom of Rus. I have just too many. It doesn't really matter, but it's only bad for the money. But currently the sons don't get any weird terrain, so I don't need to make another duchy. Heir to the chiefdom of Novgorod, Zversky and Bryansk, if I pronounce those things correctly. Well, regardless. Ah, there we go. We have the war target, and immediately we have 27% in the war. How much are you away from? Oh, -2. That's not too much. Does definitely mean we have to wait a little more. Oh, let me ransom these things later. Oh well, I could use the gold. Oh well. That's a Dutch word. That means something like oh well, how to translate that properly? Let me think about that for a short second. It's more or less like, after giving it some thought, I have decided to do it anyway. I'm sure there's an English word for that, that conveys the same message, but for the life of me I can't remember right now. Voila, and there's another daughter. Oh, not of mine, but of my son, who is, by the way, a strong child. I think in our next generations we might need to do some inbreeding. And our heir to be, I think he needs to concubine somebody, because he's only having daughters. Oh, put it by accident on pause. My mistake. There's a small little subholding here, which is why we don't have 100% yet. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. That will not dissuade us from conquering your territory, mister. By the way, for anyone who was wondering, we have currently 65% moral authority. Yeah, I know, 64.5, but come on. And we are conquering this, so that will gain us a little bit more. Thank you so much for giving up your lands. And is this a terrain of importance? Yes, it is for the Romuva. Haha! We have weakened the Romuva faith by taking away their holy site. That is just proper. What else can I say? It is just proper. There is but one pagan religion that has been reformed. And if that pagan religion is formed, it means that those multitude of gods are of course correct. All the other multitude of gods are wrong. And let's not speak at all of those weird people that believe in just one god. I mean, that's wrong. Alright, it's been given away very well. Perfect spirit. And we can definitely hold the vassal count. We might be able to create the duchies though. Do we want to do that? Might be interesting too. Oh! He is... Yes, you're old Slavic. I can revoke your title. Do I want this? Yes, your sons are also old Slavic. Let me just revoke your title. Boy, there's only one Slavic fate. That's the one that I reformed. Oh, and we have a little uprising. That is not the smartest move when all my armies are about. But if you want to rise up, then you don't hear me complaining. If you have to rise up, you know, then better at that time than at a different moment. Is this the best duchy we want to create? We can also create Moscow. Doesn't matter because Moscow now is under Russia. We don't want to create these two because that will create us some problems. The kingdoms are being formed on their own. Let's not bother with it. We still can handle 3 vassals anyways. Alright. Time for us to smack down this revolt. And let's not put me in lead of the army. Nor my son, who is the heir. That son. Just to make clear which son we're talking about here. And let's put on some generals. And it's probably best if we try and smack down this army of Azov. In order to speed up the war process. And then a little save. After all, this game actually is pretty freaking stable, to be honest. So, but then again, we're on Iron Man, so if it all of a sudden would crash, it would be really, really unfortunate. Let's put it that way. So I don't mind a little save now and then. It takes such a long time to walk. Oh no, we're suffering attrition in our own lands. Oh my. And we have revolt risk. Because our high priest is unable to tell these people like, hey, you should really turn to Slavic. Why are you the high priest if you are so bad at your job? Where's Azov's army? It's over there. And we lost 2,000 men to attrition. I had hoped we would arrive just before the tick, but we didn't. Naturally we didn't. You never arrive before the attrition tick. You always expect the attrition tick. Little play on Monty Python there. Only their voices were slightly higher. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition! Something like that. I hope my mic just didn't go all crazy there, but it might, because that was like a very high-pitched voice. Thank you, Vassal, for stopping him. Oh, and there we have another revolt. Ugh. Oh dear, is this going to be another revolt city day? Well, you already are kind, darling, so if you go deceptive, it would not help you. So let's try and keep you honest. You're not. Yeah, this revolt is down and out. This revolt is down and out, but I only have 8% war score because I didn't initiate the battle. Do I really have to walk? I have to walk all the way up here. That is so annoying. And we could claim Slavonia. Don't see the proper use of that, but alright. Oh, and we're going to sell on my horse. And we captured him. Well, actually, I think my vassal... Yeah, that... Okay. Game, I totally agree. He rose up while all my men were summoned. That is pretty much how you would expect a revolt leader to be. An imbecile. Don't start a revolt when somebody is at his maximum strength and everybody has been summoned. You are an imbecile. You are wounded. You have a broken heart. The best thing I can do... Oh, I can only ask to ransom you. Oh, of course, because you're not in my prison. Well, boy, I don't know what's going to happen to you, but it's not my fate to decide. But you made a boo-boo. You made big boo-boo. So, with that, I think I'm going to end the episode. And I will come back after I've defeated this revolt, because that is not very enticing to watch. But I'll make sure you will see the end of this war, which is going quite fine. Quite dandy. I thank you for watching. This was To Be The Plan.